I have this fluffy brush. Hello and welcome. Today we're going to do a get ready with me. This is the first one I'm doing this kind of chatty get ready with me, so we'll see how it goes. Last time I attempted to do this, it ended up to be more like a full face with tips and tricks, so we'll see how it goes. If you want to see that video, I'm going to link that below. But let's get started. First of everything, let's take this hair. I've been recently enjoying a lot of these videos that use only old products, so nothing new. I think for some reason that's really refreshing, just to look into what you have and use those. So I'm going to do that as well. There's a lot of products I haven't been using in a long time, so I try to pick up products that I have loved recently or in the past times but haven't used, and now I'm going to try those again. But let's start with the Smashbox Primer Water. This is nothing new, but I use this constantly. I love this, how you really need a tiny bit of this and it gives you that kind of extra moisture and little bit of this tacky feeling. The primer I'm going to use today is from TonyMoly. This is their Luminous Goddess Beam Aura line. They have primer, BB cream, CC cream and a foundation in this line at least. I'm not sure if they have others as well, but I love this line. I know this is not very well known line, but this is beautiful. The primer is very sticky, like very sticky, so that's why it takes time. I'm going to use another primer on my nose because I have huge pores on my nose area especially. I have quite prominent pores on my forehead, but I just don't bother. I let them be, so they are going to be visible, but who cares? Almost everybody has pores except some over people. I usually put this kind of pore filler primer to my nose, and then what's left I spread to my forehead. The foundation I'm going to use today is also from the same line, TonyMoly Luminous Goddess Aura. This is the shade 1. There is 2 shades, so these Korean brands really suck with the shade range. I just love this foundation. I always put my foundation to this little plate and then apply it from there. So this week, it's Monday when I'm filming this, and I'm probably going to put this out today in the evening, so you're going to see a fresh video today. This week is the first one this year that I don't have any events, launches or everything, so there's been so much different kind of launch events and new products coming out, and then I've had also my own things, errands to run, and then I've been going through allergy tests, a lot of those recently. Last December and November I had few allergy reactions, so they want to now find out what's going on. And then I've been trying to film 2 videos in a week, and then I have blog posts, and I'm writing a book as well. It's not makeup related, something very different of my previous job, so we'll see when it comes out. The next to my nose area is the most oily, and this is the one which is most red on my face. So I just usually take a little bit of this concealer or something else with more red, more orange tone than my normal foundation on concealer would be. I'm a little bit of extra tired today. I did sleep fairly well. I usually sleep well, but I do have chronic pain. I have the I don't know how it's pronounced in English. Fibromyalgia, something like that. I've had it for years, and sometimes it's better. Now it's been worse again for a few weeks. So I don't sleep so well, and it makes me pretty tired all the time. And I need to take medication as well, which makes me quite tired. So today has been a bit more uncomfortable day, but we'll manage. Oh, this concealer is the Tarte Creaseless concealer. When I want that luminous face, I need a luminous concealer, and this for sure is a luminous one. And I love how natural looking this is on skin. So, and then I just add a little bit of Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. This is shade F3 on my eyelids as eyeshadow primer. This is way too dark, drying for me on under eye, but I really love this as an eyeshadow primer. I've already used this one, so I need to purchase a new one. We need a little bit of powder now to set. I try to use as little as possible of powders. On my under eyes, I'm going to use my Becca under eye brightening, I think. Yes, under eye brightening powder. I use with my Luxe powder fusion brush from Zoeva, and again I take just the tiniest amount and I start from the outer corner. I do this to avoid overpowdering this inner side of my under eye area. Every time I put makeup on, this part of my nose gets tickly. I don't know why. Then my nose and my eyelids are powdered with the Laura Mercier Translucent powder. This is a powder that can be a bit drying on my under eye area, so that's the reason why I don't use it on my under eye area. And just a little bit on my chin, only because I tend to lean on to my chin, so I try to avoid this to be rubbed off so easily. Oh, but now I remember, I wanted to try this from NARS, is the deluxe sample size from Illuminator, and this is the shade Orgasm. I've had this for so long time, and I don't remember if I have ever used this or if I have only once. I wanted to try this under my blush and as a highlighter, liquid highlighter, before I put any powder or. It does leave a little bit of that Orgasm peachy shade. Well, okay, this is now a video with Get Ready With Me with one new item. This is not practically new, I just haven't used this, so it's. As this is a sticky foundation which won't set dry, I'm going to use a little bit of powder to my cheek area, because I'm going to use powder plus and bronzer, and I'm going to set this lightly with this from Wet n Wild. This is the shade Reserve Your Cabana, and this is quite glowy powder, bronzer. Oh, I hit pan on this. I don't know what this is. This is, in this package it says it's a bronzer, but no one is so light that this shade is any kind of bronzing. And this is, it has quite a lot of sheen, so this is for sure not a matte powder. And this is not a powder, but this is not a highlighter, it's not so glowy. But this is something I sometimes use as a finishing powder, or as in this case, a setting powder. And I have this fluffy brush, and I just lightly press it so I don't take much, and then as you saw, I pretty much take it everywhere with just one application. So, the blush today is from Milani. It's shade Blossomtime Rose. This is the one that has a little bit of sheen. It looks to me a bit like the Orgasm blush, so I'm going to just add a little bit. The Illuminator, the NARS liquid illuminator I used, didn't have that much color in it, just a little bit, so I need blush on top of it. Today's bronzer is the one from the Balm. This is the shade Oliver. When I use bronzer, this is one of the ones I really like. This brush is from the Wet n Wild. This is P60. It's quite a fluffy one. For some reason I really like this for. I'm really not into the very bronzed look. Maybe it's because I'm so fair and I hardly ever get tanned, so it looks just strange to me if I add too much bronzer on. But it also, quite often when I put my makeup on, and I usually do it in this order, and when I finished my eyes and my lips, I feel like I need to get more. Usually I add more blush. We'll see how it goes today. But quite often I need to add a little bit of blush and a little bit of bronzer when I've done that, so interesting. Highlighter today is something I have used only a few times. It's this loose powder highlight from Colourpop. The shade is Luster Dust. I honestly have no idea when I have used this last time. I don't know, I purchased this and other shade as well, and I remember I used it few times, but I have no recollection if I liked it or not. Yes, it looks quite good. This shade is pretty peachy shade, and there is kind of silver shimmer in it. Oh, the new launches, I've been to the events. They have been mostly skincare products like Nivea. They launched new sunscreens. I usually wear Nivea sunscreens, and I was really happy to see that they have now specifically to face sunscreen with the SPF 50, which is perfect. I never use less than 50 to my face. This is a step I rarely do because I just forget, but now that I picked up these products ready here to my table. Yeah, about the launches. So Nivea has now these two sunscreen for the face, which I'm really excited. It's been quite sunny here lately, so I really need to start using sunscreen now. Another launch of which I'm really excited is from Lierac. It's a French skincare brand, and they are launching totally new series for, actually for my age, plus 40 years old. They have a serum and 2 different day creams and a night cream, maybe something else. Skincare has been something I've been really investing on lately. I mean, investing with time mostly. I have been a bit lazy with my skincare previously, just because I've always felt that I have quite good skin. I've been really investing time to my skincare, so I've added up more serums, scrubs and masks and treatments and that kind of thing. And I have to say that I do see a difference in my skin. I still have that redness and pigmentation as you saw, but the skin tone used to be much more difficult. T-zone was very oily, and then my cheeks were very dry, and it was truly a very difficult combination skin, and also it was very sensitive in the sense that everything irritated and caused redness and itchiness, and it was very somehow difficult skin. Especially scrubs are something that I've learned to love. I'm still a bit hesitant to use those mechanical scrubs with very strong like grains or something like that, so I rarely use those. I like more of those enzyme peeling masks and combination scrubs that have a little bit of grains but mostly that enzymatic peeling, and I can really see the difference with in my skin when I've been using those. My skin is more calm. That's the main difference. Like, it doesn't react so easily to different things. Even though there might be a night that I haven't been sleeping so well, or there is this winter, of course, and stress and everything, so my skin doesn't react so easily on those. The main difference is that my makeup goes on much more easily when I have used those moisturizing masks, so I should use those more often, but it's something I just kind of forget. Great way would be using sleeping masks, but I haven't been so into those, except just recently I was in an event where they published new Shiseido products, and they gave us also, it has been in their line for a while that's from the Waso WASO line. There is this kind of green sleeping mask. I'll link it below. It's so good. I have used it now few times, and yes, as a sleeping mask it does kind of get sticky and on your pillow and that kind of stuff, so it's not perfect, but the way it makes my skin feel, I just, it's the Shiseido products, they just do something. It's very difficult to explain. That sleeping mask has been really great one. What I did on my eyes, I used first these light colors kind of on as a base on my upper lid, and then this bright peach tone as a transition shade. Then I just used this darker shade. They don't have any names in here. This darker shade, and it is not as dark as in the pan, as you can see, and there is this kind of shimmer which doesn't transfer to your eyes. No, it doesn't. And then I took this, my favorite shade. This is kind of peachy golden shift shade to my lid. This pale pink shade. This is also very metallic to the inner corner, and then this purple shade on my lower lid. This is not a palette where these shimmery shades are really like boom in your eyes and really glittery or glowy or anything like that. As you can see, these are quite toned down. That's why I love this palette, because it's so great on everyday makeup. You don't have that kind of boom. The eyeliner is e.l.f. I do eyeliner every time the same way. It's because of my eye shape. I have hooded eyes which are downturned from outer corner, and winged eyeliner is basically not in the list. This is one of the mascaras which are least smudging on me. Even though this is that kind of type which you can remove with warm water, this still smudges on me, but not that much, so I can still wear. On lips, I'm going to use this lipstick from Bobbi Brown. This is their Luxe lip color. It's the shade 4 Mod. This is possibly the only nude, and I mean skin color nude lipstick that I feel that suits me good. Maybe it's because I'm so fair and cool tone, but today I'm going to use with the Becca what's this, glow gloss, and this is the shade Opal. Also the one from Urban Decay, the Hi-Fi lip glosses are something I love pairing with this lipstick. This is great combination. At this point my concealer has creased a little bit, and that's okay because I used so tiny amount of powder that it won't set the concealer, and I'm not even going to trying to set my concealer. And also this foundation has absorbed all the powder I've used. So here we are. This is my pretty much daily look when I go to do some errands or seeing friends or whatever. So it's one of my go-to looks if I'm not doing red lips look. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, because otherwise I wouldn't know. And if you have not yet subscribed, please feel free to do so. I hope I'll see you next time, and wishing you now a great day. Bye bye.